Kind of funny. My original plan was to use YouTube to promote biohacking and transhumanism. Unfortunately, the recent events in North Carolina have forced me to go political more so than usual. Well, I always go political, unfortunately. But the situation is as follows: the alt right has usurped the third position. The third position being primarily National Socialism, fascism, justicialism, uh, Japanese imperialism, those sorts of things. What has happened is the quote alt right has taken over and usurped the symbols of National Socialism primarily, and the figures and the likenesses of fascists like Mussolini or Francisco Franco. Now, why this is an issue is because they are making people like me look very, very bad. The alt right are very crude. They do things such as belittle women, make fun of the mentally challenged, and behave like wild animals. Now, what's funny is when I first came across the alt right through the 2016 election, what brought their negative side to my attention was a young girl from Mexico. She was indigenous and she was a National Socialist. And these so called National Socialists on the alt right would belittle her, saying she could not be a National Socialist due to her ethnicity and her race, which is not true, of course. Now, what's interesting is that the alt right, who proclaims to be National Socialists, when in reality they're just a mishmash of crap that don't understand anything about anything, they proclaim to be National Socialists and support such things as free markets. They support all sorts of basically the same line as the old right. They're the new right and they support what the old right supports, which is free market economies, libertarianism. Now, the only difference is they're very infused with racism. They're similar to neocons in a lot of ways, except their view is to promote racism. They have fallen into the trap, or they are part of the trap of the radical left, which is and the radical left and the Zionists that they proclaimed freedom from, which is to keep us all at each other's throats, to keep the whites and Hispanics and Asians and everyone else at each other's throats, so that they can do as they wish. Now, the sad thing is the low-level alt-right is basically just, they've turned National Socialism into the Klan, is what they've done. The same idiotic, low IQ'd folks are the average alt-righters. And that's all I have to say on the alt-right. It's just sad to see great people like Dr. David Duke, somebody who my father followed, somebody who I've followed since I was 10. And David Duke is not a National Socialist. David Duke is a genuine U.S. conservative. He was a conservative Democrat that became a conservative Republican. He is a true conservative, and he is racially conscious because true conservatism is racially conscious. But the fact of the matter is, the alt-right is basically the old right wrapped in new crap, proclaiming the same garbage.